طيب اخواننا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. باسم المركز العربي أشكركم على قبول الدعوة.
I'd like to thank you on behalf of the Arab Center for Research and Policy Studies for joining us in this conference following the previous conference entitled the GCC countries' policies and economics in light of the transformations in the region. This forum has been launched in accordance with the desire of the vast majorities of the participants who wished to have a Gulf forum whereby a constellation of people will be talking in a relatively free manner and tackle the issues of the Gulf countries within its internal environment and external one. Accordingly, this forum was launched and it was divided into two components. The first one is an internal issue whereby every year an internal issue can be cherry-picked and tackled, such as policies, internal policies, external policies, international relations, the security issues, and so on and so forth. And these kind of matters are evolving because one of the most important impetus of this forum is to tackle such issues, to analyze them. Brothers and sisters, this year education has been picked because it resembles a great challenge for the GCC countries seeking development, in addition to the external security related issues. And these kind of challenges, the socio-economic and the security related ones, might be separated theoretically. However, they are intertwined. Without promoting the education in an evolving era whereby nations compete in the domain of technology and knowledge, one cannot surmount the challenges that relate to the external environment, whether they were economics or security related. It cannot be turned into opportunities if we don't look at this in a holistic manner. Education spearheads the development and the building of civilizations. Indeed, education is the backbone of every single development. It is beneficial to allude to the fact that the traditional components of strength, i.e. the geography, the demography, and the natural resources, these kind of components are important. However, the modern kind of elements of strength, i.e. new technology and modern management and having human beings at the core of everything we do, these are concepts that are new and very paramount. Some countries are small-sized and have scarce natural resources. However, they resorted to education and they are ranked greatly if we compare them to others. Ladies and gentlemen, education is one of the most important challenges that the GCC countries are encountering, and education has been incorporated in the development plans. The GCC countries had attached great priority to the education since its independence, and it has been emphasized recently because it is part and parcel of the development and the burgeoning labor market, as well as other issues. Expenditure on education, whether in its infrastructure or investment in the humans, it resembles a great chunk of the budgets of the GCC countries. The budgets are burgeoning, especially when the prices of oil were soaring. albeit we do not understand the outcomes of the education, we cannot pinpoint them, and we do not have a yardstick to understand the impact of education on the development of the societies. Moreover, we cannot pinpoint the impact of all the programs and the revenues of the adopted curricula. These kind of issues ought to be scrutinized or to be put under the microscope in order to assess them, to assess the previous achievements and the current achievements and what we wish to achieve. Assessment and reassessment resemble prerequisites of judicious management. Education is greatly important, and thus our center has picked the theme of education and floated these ideas in order for you, ladies and gentlemen, to participate in analyzing what's going on and to have a gap analysis in order to benefit us and our societies. Indeed, we were surprised positively when we floated the education. We received a number of papers that superseded any previous conference. The 59 research papers we have received, and 37 amongst them were accepted. 22 advisors provided us with papers. 8 of them were accepted. 27 educators and 13 of them were accepted, and the Supreme Council in Qatar, the Supreme Education Council in Qatar, participated in our deliberations. I would like to thank them. Ladies and gentlemen, the second axis, or the second component of our forum, under the umbrella of this forum, we can say that the Gulf countries do encounter socio-economic and political challenges, and they are burgeoning in light of the collapse of the previous order and the disintegration of the states and the societies and the mushrooming of the militias and the non-state actors. Iran is pursuing imperial-related policies, and Russia is trying to have a foothold in our countries. These are some of the challenges of the security-related issues and political policies. We were thinking of an international kind of order in order for the GCC countries to perhaps depend on themselves rather than being attached to the United States of America in accordance with the objectives. Economically speaking, and this is another challenge, the shale gas and the fracking phenomena has resembled a challenge on the GCC countries that depended on the fossil fuel. Indeed, we have witnessed multinationals that depend on shale gas, especially in the United States of America. These kind of issues were tackled in the international relations part, and we have received 58 research papers. 14 were accepted, and 10 of them were transformed into research papers, and 4 were accepted. 30 researchers in the international relations were or extended the bridges with us, and some of their papers were included. The University of Qatar will be participating with us, and I would like to thank them on this occasion. By and large, the number of the proposals that we received in the two components, the education and international relations, 116. 51 were accepted, and 22 research papers we received, and 12 of them were included in the agenda. 120 academics, 56 were accepted, 27 in the education and 29 in the international relations, 13 papers in the education and 6 in the international relations. These are papers which were accepted. We would like to seek interaction between the panelists and the audience. Indeed, we would ask you to participate in choosing the theme of our next conference rather than being mandated to the committee. We would like to ask you to fill in a brief questionnaire in order for us to decide together the theme that will be tackling in the next year. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here because of your endeavors and your cooperation. You have saved no effort, no time in participating in this conference. We hope with your cooperation, God willing, this forum will be the most important academic forum that deals with the GCC countries, not only in this region, however, in further afar, with your cooperation and with your efforts, so that it will resemble a beacon for the others to understand the GCC countries and depend on our constellations of academicians and advisors. Thank you and peace be upon you.